Hi, my name is Joe Kerrigan and I'm here to speak about how to organise a field trip and some reasons for that. So first question is, how do I plan for trips? Well, that is quite a lengthy process. So firstly, you have to get permission from the school themselves about whether the trip is appropriate. Second, we need to communicate a budget and get permission from the school as to whether that amount that we request from parents in the school is appropriate. Then we need to plan for transport, so typically in Auckland that would be contacting a bus company. The next step is to notify students of the date and their parents. And finally, we would need to brief other staff members, because typically you would take a field trip with 2 or 3 other members of staff. So how does a trip help students? In geography and social studies, it's particularly useful for students to collect data. So for example, we may go to a beach here in Auckland and perform experiments to see how different processes occur in the speed of those things. So that's the first thing. The second thing is for students to experience what a real place is like. So it's important that students get outside the classroom to experience a beach, a town centre that we may be studying in class. So it does support their learning in class with activities outside of class. And the final reason why they help students is they're enjoyable. Students look forward to these events. They're social.
So you enjoy to come here and
yeah, it's good to actually see what we're studying in real life, because when we're in the classroom we don't get to actually see the trees and stuff.
So you do this kind of research only in year 12 or?
Every year the year 12 students for our subject geography come out here to see it, but we may not be able to soon because they're going to shut down the whole area to save one of our native trees, the curry, because...
How do they help the teacher? So similarly to students, often it's important to collect data, so that's essential for many of the topics that we do in geography. And another way that they help students is just to keep the motivation levels up and to give staff and to give students something to look toward. The final question here is, what about student rules? We treat field trips just like the rules that we would have in school. So that involves wearing a school uniform, being appropriate with your language and your conduct with other members of the public, being punctual, and not bringing any, how we would say, prohibited items. So essentially, the field trips are an extension of the school rules.